Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's CryptTrader77, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a really quick Bitcoin technical analysis update. I wanted to go over this pattern that we could definitely see play out for Bitcoin. No guarantees, but we could, in my opinion, we could absolutely see this pattern play out. It's a longer time-framed pattern here on the weekly candles, but before I got into that, I did want to ask you guys if you could go follow me on X. That would be greatly appreciated. I post quick technical analysis updates. I post some stuff about some news, just little things that I can't make a YouTube video about, or when I don't have enough content to make a YouTube video about, I'll just post it on my Instagram, my X, my Facebook. Go over to these platforms, like, follow, share everything. That would be greatly appreciated. If you didn't know, also, I have all my links in the description of my channel. They're not in the video descriptions yet. I'm gonna start posting them in the descriptions of the videos, but for right now they are in the description of my channel. Just go check out the links, follow me on all the social media platforms. That would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, let's jump into some technical analysis. So we're here on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. I have this horizontal resistance box that I've put up here in the gray. It's between 50,100 and 52,100, so approximately a $2,000 box right here of support and resistance. You can see here in the previous bull market, we had support and resistance right here, resistance right there, resistance right there. You could argue right there's a little bit of resistance, but either way, we have these huge significant support and resistance levels from the previous bear market, and we are right now, as you can see, hitting the top of the resistance box for the Bitcoin price. We could definitely see a continued rally. As I mentioned, I am expecting some resistance at the maximum point to be 53,500, so we could see the price come up here to 53,500. If we were to close above the resistance, or even close in this resistance box, I would be expecting a consolidation or a retest of old resistance as new support. So we would close up here, come down, test the resistance now as support at 52,100, and then we could see bounce off, and instead of a decline into the halving, we could potentially see a incline into the halving, which historically we do cool off. We don't rise into the halving, but anything's possible. There's a lot of things that are fundamentally different for Bitcoin. The Bitcoin fundamentals have only gotten stronger, and they're only getting stronger every day. So an uptrend into the halving is not impossible, especially in a bull cycle, or at least a uptrend like we're seeing for the Bitcoin price right now. So if we were to see the close above, retest, and then higher, or we could see the close in the box and retest this resistance level at 50,100, we could test the resistance as new support, and then come out and break, and then even do a retest of the top one again, or maybe we don't do that, and we just see a rise to the upside. Those are all possible scenarios. However, if we do not see this weekly candle close above the resistance level, or if we do see it close in the box, but it does not hold the resistance as new support, then we could see the breakdown and, of course, a decline into the halving like we historically do see. Either way, I don't expect too big of a drop for the Bitcoin price. My worst case scenario for Bitcoin, I mentioned in previous videos, was $31,000. However, I don't believe that we're going to be seeing 31,000 anymore. The higher the Bitcoin price continues to go, I believe the higher the support level that we find will be for the Bitcoin price. So if we were to see the rejection of these resistance levels, or we weren't able to hold these resistance levels as new support and then bounce off of them to go to higher prices, we could not only see the breakdown from the resistance, but we have this rising wedge right here. Right here we have this rising wedge between these white support and resistance levels. We could definitely see the breakdown of the rising wedge, which does have a technical price target of the bottom of the wedge, which would be 38,800, 38,500 approximately, which wouldn't be too bad for Bitcoin. We did see over here the 38,500 level, so that's definitely not too bad of a case scenario, and it would also be playing into this massive cup and handle pattern that I have drawn here. We're seeing this huge multi-year cup, and we could get rejected right now and form a handle into the halving before after the halving we see the price start to come back up, curve to the upside, and then ultimately we break the resistance level that we're hitting right now and we just go to the moon. The cup and handle, you can see I have this gray line over here. The cup and handle pattern has a technical price target, and we're going a little conservative because technically you're supposed to go from the top of the pattern to the bottom of the pattern. I'm not going all the way to the top or all the way to the bottom, just to be a little conservative, but we can take this price target, put it up there, and we can see that the price target of Bitcoin, if we do break this resistance, is all the way up here at approximately $82,000 for Bitcoin, which of course would break the all-time high at $69,000. This pattern is definitely the biggest cup and handle pattern if it plays out. This is definitely the biggest cup and handle pattern we've seen in the history of Bitcoin, and it could very well take us to the price target of $82,000 or $81,500 if we want to be a little conservative, a little more conservative, that is. But yeah, quick recap. If we close above this, we could see retest of old resistance as new support and then break to higher prices. If we don't see that, close above the resistance or hold old resistance as new support, we could see breakdown of not only the cup and handle, but breakdown of this rising wedge pattern in the white support and resistance, which is technically a bearish pattern, so we are more likely technically to break this rising wedge to the downside. We had a false breakout to the upside right here on the ETF news, the day the ETF was released to be trading. We had a false breakout right here, and we are right now technically breaking it again. We could see it be another false breakout, but if we don't see it be a false breakout, we could test, as I mentioned, old resistance as new support and go to higher prices, or we could fail to hold old resistance as new support, see the lower price targets, see the breakdown of this cup and handle, see the breakdown of the rising wedge, and I would not be surprised to see 38,500 at that point. We do also have support coming in from this massive expanding, broadening wedge here in the white, which I have mentioned in other videos many times. If we were to see this breakout of the expanding, broadening wedge be a fake out, then we could see consolidation downwards into the halving, like I mentioned. We could even see $35,000, $34,000 for Bitcoin, which in my opinion is possible. It's not highly likely, but it is definitely possible. And we are also seeing the 200 moving average come in right here. So if the price continued to come down while the 200 moving average continues to print, then we could see the 200 moving average hold the price of Bitcoin as support before we reverse into the halving and ultimately break the all-time high, hit the price target of 81,500, 82,000. And yeah, that was just quick technical analysis. I wanted to show you guys that pattern that we could possibly see. No guarantees, of course, but we are seeing, in my opinion, multiple factors that are calling for a downtrend. Not only do we historically downtrend into the halving, but the Bitcoin price has not had a significant cool off since the bear market low, or since we started pumping at the very beginning of 2023. I think the biggest correction we've seen is a 22% correction, which I believe was right here from the top right here down. Yeah, it was about right here, the 22% correction. I believe that was the biggest correction we saw for Bitcoin so far. So, in my opinion, I just think we're overdue, or more likely to have a slight cool off in the Bitcoin price into the halving or near the halving before we do see a reversal, break the resistance here, and ultimately break the all-time high and head into uncharted territories for the Bitcoin price. But anyway, yeah, that's the technical analysis I have for you guys. Again, please like, subscribe, share to all your friends. Go subscribe and follow me on other social media platforms. Everything is linked in the description of my YouTube channel. Yeah, comment down below if you agree with my technical analysis, if you agree with my thoughts and opinions. Comment what you think the Bitcoin price is going to do in the next 1 to 2 months, or comment what you think it's going to do up until the halving, and I respond to all comments. I'd love to see them. That'd be greatly appreciated, and I hope every single one of you has a great day, and we will definitely see each other in the next video. Bye-bye.